Now this is turning out to be an interesting story, don't you think? So many things happening. Talion seems to be making progress. But let's not forget that stories are often such complex things, and there's always more to those willing to pay attention, to look closely, to know that there's always more than one side to any story. At that very moment, in a very distant place, as Silas stood over Talion, grinning at the prospect of such a skilled student, one capable of great things, being taught by him, far away, in another realm, a very different set of events was occurring. Inside of a city in the realm of demons, in a massive, black, obsidian tower that stretched into the sky, a castle like no other. Inside of a room, two men sit, having just been given news, told that there's information that they need to be made aware of. They have no idea what it is. They were only told that the news was important. Is this going to take all day? A tall man with flowing red hair said, his body adorned with the finest of clothing, prestigious military adornments of red and gold, covered in numerous medals, symbols of his countless accomplishments in combat, his status within the military. You do know that I have more important things to do than stand here and wait. What exactly even is this news? The man said. Calm down, brother, the other man in the room replied. A tall, slender man, adorned in black with silver trim. Another military-appearing outfit. This one carrying medals as well. Nowhere near as numerous as his companion in the room, but still quite a few of them. I simply received a message. The Imperial detection system was activated, meaning that one of the energy signals that we've been looking for has been located. They couldn't give me precise information on what energy signal, so it could be anyone. We need to be here in case it's one of the threats to the kingdom. Me as its current ruler, and you as its foremost military executive. If one of the more powerful threats has begun to emerge, we need to be prepared to handle it. Don't be so tense, brother. How many times have I told you not to call me that? Remember, you're not actually my brother. I'm just married to your sister. And right now, her condition is my primary concern. Every moment I spend away from her only infuriates me. So whatever this is, it better be important. I was right in the middle of giving her food. You know I'm the only one she doesn't attack. If I don't bring her food, she won't eat. I know, brother, and I know you don't like me calling you that. But, as always, I will call you brother nonetheless. Listen, I know that I have not always been kind or good. I know that the situation is complex, that you have questions about whether or not I had anything to do with this situation we find ourselves in. And I've told you 100 times I don't. I know that you question it, and I wish that there was a way that I could make you believe me. But I had nothing to do with my nephew's disappearance. I want him back nearly as badly as you do. I assure you, brother, there was a time when I was jealous of my sister, that she was born before me, and so that she would inherit the crown, when I desired it for myself. But those desires never surpassed my love for my sister, and still have not. Though I currently hold the rule, I would relinquish it in a moment's notice, if only to have the smile back on my sister's face. Say whatever you want, but until I hold my son in my arms again, Valus, I trust nothing, and no one. And talk of your love for your sister all you wish. Declare your innocence, your good intentions, but I'm not interested in any of it. The only thing I'm interested in is finding my son. Avalar will be brought home, at any cost. Of course, brother. And I assure you, I am sparing no expense in looking for him. I have scouts all over the demon realm. We will find him, and he will be brought home, just as you said, by any cost. He is the one who will rule this kingdom one day. That is, if I have anything to say about it. Just then, the door to the large room that they stood in, a room filled with shelves, books stacked in all of them, a table covered in maps of all of the surrounding areas. The books, those of strategy, military technique and cunning. The maps containing markers, troop movements, numbers and statistics. The military might of the kingdom laid to bear on a table. This was the war room. As the door opened, a soldier adorned in obsidian armor entered at a brisk pace, closing the door behind him, beginning to walk towards the two. Sir, I have received the report. According to the information I was given, sir, we've received a powerful energy signature. One coming from the human realm. The human realm? The man with black hair and black and silver armor said, beginning to fiddle with the jeweled adornments wrapped around his short horns. What in the world could possibly be going on in the realm of humans? Sir, according to the information, the energy signal detected was that of your sister's son. What? The man dressed in red said. If you're lying, I assure you, you will be punished. This is not a laughing matter. Sir, I only received the orders. I didn't detect it myself. I don't even know how to run that magical stuff. I'm just the man with the message, that's all. According to the people who detected the signal, according to the level of the signal that they detected, your son must have either been in a conflict in which he exerted a large amount of his demonic energy, or have, unbeknownst to him, crossed over one of our magical detection systems that we have placed in the realms. If he did find himself in conflict with someone, he most likely prevailed, sir, as the life signs shown within the crystals tied to his life's energy are still at full glow, so he is alive, sir. I am unsure of how he got to the human realm, but we thought it was prevalent to give you this information as soon as possible, sir. Yes, that was wise. I was briefly annoyed, but this is good, the man in the black and silver clothing said, as he released his horn from his grasp. This is of the utmost importance. Hear me now, soldier. As your current ruler, you are to send a message. Take it to the elite military squadrons. Level 1 order. They are to suspend all search in the demon realm. Regather their forces. The elite squadrons will be formed. The new designated target for search is the human realm. Priority 1. The safe recovery of my sister's son at any cost. The man who achieves this will receive anything that they desire. Bring my nephew home, he said, the expression on his face dead serious, focused and intense. Well, what are you waiting for? Go! He shouted, waving the soldier off. Yes, sir, immediately, he said, saluting as he ran back the other direction, leaving out through the doorway. Yes, finally, we found him. My beloved nephew is going to come home at last. It won't be much longer now. Did you hear that, brother? They found him. Or at least the realm that he's in. Based on wherever the signal came from, we might be able to zero in on a more precise location. My sister was wise to have installed those systems. It was a very costly expenditure. Most thought it a foolish waste, but now my sister's brilliance is paying off. And when my nephew returns, so too will my sister." For a moment, the red-haired man stood in silence in the room. "Yes," he replied. "It's very good. I'm sure that see my son very soon. Thank you, dear brother," he said with an intense glare in his direction as he turned and started walking out of the room. "I know you don't trust me, brother, but believe me, your son is coming home." "Yes," the man with the red hair said as he exited, closing the door behind him. Through the walls of the castle he walked, through one corridor after the next, until he found himself in a small room towards one of the upper floors of the castle. There was a man sitting back in a comfy chair reading a book, thick glasses on his face, and rather fine clothing adorning him. As the red-haired man entered the room, the figure closed the book, laying it in his lap. "Oh, so I'm getting a visit from you, huh? Well, I suppose I was going to eventually. I mean, you couldn't ignore me forever, could you? I mean, we spent all those years together, and yet I haven't seen hide nor hair of you in nearly 10 years. It's nice to see you out of your room. I wish I could say that this visit was for pleasure, but unfortunately, it's far more important than that." "Oh, business already. And here I was thinking that we would catch up on old times. The detection system that my wife put in place, it was activated. Apparently, my son's demonic energy was detected in the realm of Earth, the human world." "Oh, that's a good thing. Finally found your kid. So, what brings you here?" "I cannot trust my sister's brother. There's every possibility he intends to have his men simply dispatch my son. It's too much of a risk. I need someone to find him, someone that I trust, someone who will bring my son home safely. I know it's been a long time, and I haven't exactly been chatty as of recent, but for the sake of everything that we have done together, I beg this of you. Go to Earthrealm, use whatever tactics you need to, but bring my son home. Find him before my brother's men do. Ensure his safety. Please, my friend, can you do this for me?" The man put the book on his lap on the table to the side, standing from his chair, adjusting his glasses for a moment, pushing them back up with a single finger on the middle of his hand. "You gotta be kidding me. With all the crap that you've done for me over the years, to think that you'd have to beg me to do this? It's a little bit insulting. I'd have done it without the old I'll do anything bit. Trust me, I'll bring your kid back, whatever it takes. You have my word on it. It'll be done." There, in a high room of the castle, a deal is sealed, an agreement for the safe return of a young prince. So, what happens next? Where does the tale go from here? How do the events unfold? Because if one thing is most definitely clear, it's that this story is nowhere near over.